Vamos, vamos, ATL.
First time back to the Elite Eight in a little while.
Yeah, man.
What has this ride been like?
It's been a while. This is the weirdest, craziest team ride. I don't know what to say. I'm enjoying it. I'm just taking every day, carpe diem, seizing it and embracing it. And I call them the Bad News Bears because I don't know what to expect. They are something else. Cast of characters. We've had different lineups, different formations. I got guys out in this tangent, it's crazy. You know, unlike some teams I've had before, it was the pattern and the behavior, and a lot of things are predictable. These guys, and I'm not saying predictable, meaning they're unpredictable, but it's a fun pattern, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Having a lot of fun every day is just something always new and interesting with these guys. It keeps me on my toes. Usually I'm supposed to keep them on their toes. It's the other way around. The tail wags the dog this year. I don't these guys, but I love them to death, man. I'm so proud of them. They're finding ways to win. And I don't know where it's coming from. A lot of times, again, predicted behavior patterns of play, you can kind of get an idea. Man, we have no idea where it's coming from, but it's coming. And we'll see how long this pony will ride, man. We're going down into the Devil's Den, Boca Raton, Lynn University. John Roots, who's an old friend of mine.
Yeah.
But, you know, these guys, I say Bad News Bears, I call them Spain 2010. Mm-hmm. You know, they had no forwards. We have no forwards.
Yeah.
We have no offensive
true.
punch. We play 4, 6 midfielders and 0 with a bunch of midfielders running around. And most people won't touch that ball if they get going. I mean, they're fun to watch. And but I didn't expect that. You know, we had 3 forwards and we've lost them to injury, suspension, cards, whatever. And they have adjusted. We've talked about it, adjusting, improvising, overcoming, and adapting. And you have to, or you'll die. And they're making me adjust every day.
Even with all that attack, though, you've got, and especially lately, Mauricio has been outstanding in goal.
The defense has been driving this. You know, I've always said our strength has been midfield the last couple of years. This year, and it is, you know, dictating play, but the defense is driving this bus. We have, I think it's the least amount of goals we've allowed, period, since I've been here in 21 years. It's like half a goal a game, or nearly a little bit more, but that's incredible. And a lot of it has to do with Mauricio. He's got a good back line. We've got about 7, 8 defenders. A couple of them are out, but they're doing the work, and the holding mid in front of them, they're doing the work. So there's a wall there. But Mauricio, every now and then they get a point blank shot, and he just Spider-Man's, comes out of the, you know, I don't know how he does it. Spider cat, I don't know, whatever you want to call him. And he has saved point blank like 90%. If you do that 99 or 100 times, you're scoring that goal, and he's that 1% guy. And I'm so proud of him. He's having a great year.
Talk about guys like finding ways. Alexis has always been that guy.
He's the X. We call him the X factor, the X man. You don't know what you're getting. People don't know what they're getting. They do whatever they want. He's kind of one of those ankle breakers, man. He just gets the ball and he paints. And he's one of the couple players that I allow that to go paint. You know, do your thing, because you know, everyone wants to paint, but most people can't do that. But he paints, and he's got the freedom to do that, express himself, and he makes things happen. And even if he has a bad game, and you're frustrated, you know, he's frustrated, I'm frustrated. Then you look at the stats. Well, 1 goal and 2 assists, or you know, it's always. I mean, I think the last 5 games he's contributed somehow, some way on the stats. But he's good luck to anyone who wants to deal with him.
How have you found that balance emerge with this group? Like, I always think of Diego Maradona and talking about him where you had piano players and piano carriers.
Yeah.
How do you get the piano carriers to buy into letting him play the piano?
Oh, because they know. And when they see him in the first week of preseason, they're like, whoa, okay. And they've seen what he did last year or the year before, so he has a history. So you come in as a new guy, you need to recognize and help that piano player. But we've had guys, we recruited guys that were piano carriers and that put in the work. I mean, Miguel, that number 6, in any team, number 6, that holding mid does all the unglorious, horrible trash work. Gets no recognition. And they touch the ball more than anyone. They connect the offense to the defense, defense to the offense. So if you look at the last 40 years, all the best teams in the World Cup and pro, most of the time that war leader, that captain, is that number 6, that holding mid. And they do all the work. And so you got Miguel, who's a major piano carrier, and Aaron Diaz and Charlie, those guys, they back up. They're behind. It's kind of like Valderrama back in the day, El Pibe, and right behind him, what was his name? Had the long hair, played at Dallas Burn. Alvarez Leonel. Man, look at you, Alvarez. Man. Hey. You got, that's crazy. You know your history. Leonel Alvarez. But, he was the one, he let El Pibe do his thing. And so we've got some guys that are able to do that with Alexis. And you have to balance that. Because next year we won't have Alexis. We have a different dynamic. And then, as a coach, you adjust it out. But
when you think back to the way this team has come together to have this run that they're having, is there a moment? Is there a player? Is there something that's happened to spur this tournament run?
Yeah, I thought I was going to cut him. No, I'm just kidding. Leonel Alvarez, you're killing me, man.
You set it up.
That's awesome. And none of them.
Oh, no.
They don't know their history.
They might know. A couple of them might know
Real Madrid, Liverpool. Then I'll ask them, who won the 1970 World Cup? 02.
They're not.
Who played in the 02 final? So, was there a moment? I've been trying to put my finger on that because it's a crazy bunch. Mm-hmm. And we went, usually a lot of times preseason's not long enough. Sometimes it is, but a lot of times you go through preseason, your 2 or 3 scrimmages, and 3, 4, 5 games into the season. By late September, you're like, you got the formula. Or now we know what's. This year, we're still going into that. We're in the NCAA tournament, and there's just they've caught a wave. Mm-hmm. Just ride it out, man. And it's not that helter skelter. I mean, there's plans behind the scenes, but I think we've had a different lineup every game. Yeah. Every game, different formation a lot of times. Mm-hmm. And usually that's not the case. Most people are coaches, whatever, they're conservative, they stick to their guns, they don't adjust too much, or this works for them, okay, they live or die by it. We want to live, so we got to adjust, we'll do it.
Your coaching staff's been a big part of that too.
Oh, yeah.
How much do they help?
All credit, everything. I'm just a poster child. Fundraiser golf boy. That's me. No, man, I tell you what. These guys, these 3 guys have been phenomenal. It's the best staff in 2024 in the state of Georgia, I'll tell you that. Great trainers and dedicated. Coach Luda is one of the best goalkeeper coaches I've ever met, and he pushes them. Johnny has a lot of experience, and Joel has, him and Johnny do a lot of the training. And, I always say they're disciples kind of Jordan Davis. This started 2 years ago with Jordan Davis. Jordan came in here and helped build this culture and change this paradigm after COVID. And we finally got an identity, and then we ran with it. And then Johnny Evans came in the next year, and he was assistant to Jordan. And then Joel played for them. And it's just been, from top to bottom, it's just been a smooth transition. That's cool.
Yeah.
Because there's been some years where you didn't have it, and other years you did. But I've had a lot of. I don't have a full-time assistant. So they're grad assistants or part-time. And everyone, I've been here 21 years, all those guys have been awesome, you know, but some come and go because they're moving on. They're getting real full-time jobs or getting married or whatever. But we've stuck with this intentional, it's been intentional. It's been fun every day since COVID, man, getting out of bed. I live in Kennesaw. That's like near Iowa, right? That's up in Ohio, Iowa, you know, 21 years making that ride. It's got to be something here to do that, or I'm an idiot. But it's got to be, and it is. It's these guys, these coaches. Awesome. You know, Sam sometimes.
Sometimes.
I mean, my only thing is you were supposed to play Lynn earlier this season. It got rained out due to the hurricane.
Yeah.
Getting the chance to play them in the Elite Eight, what sticks out to you looking at that matchup on Saturday?
Those guys are they got a history. Those guys are like the USL team. They're like a minor league team. And there's some men. I mean, some of those guys got more hair than, you know, it's unbelievable. And John does, you know, John knows the formula. He's got his formula, and that's what he does, and it's been effective. You know, he's won a couple, 2 or 3 here and there. He's lost 1 or 2 in the final. Does a great job there. So, you know, he's one of the godfathers of Division II soccer. I call him. Don't get a big head, John. Easy. But he's a godfather. He's been around, man, and longer than me, maybe. And I got a chance to get a shot at him. We got a chance to get a shot at him. And I think I feel a different attitude than 2.5 months ago when we were about to play him and the hurricane hit. These guys are hungry now. They want a shot. You know, before they were a little quiet and they were like, well, okay, what are we getting ourselves into with this? Now they're loose, they're ready to go. Sink or swim, man. It's gonna be crazy.
I guess just looking at the season as a whole, it's been a wild ride. You know, that loss to Flagler, then you guys were able to get things rolling again. You don't win the conference, and then you guys come in. You guys are now in the Elite Eight. What has the ride been like this season?
I mean, I think every team faces adversity, right? You could have your highs, you could have your lows. But with us, we had it very early in the season with losing to Tampa 2-1. I think it was a game we should have won. But not winning the conference tournament was just like, it's just one game, right? We can move on, carry on what we're doing, because we should have won that game. Small details that led to them taking over the 2-1 lead last 10 minutes. But I think it was a good bounce back, right? We didn't drop our head, right? We knew we still had something to believe, something to play for. And then this led on to winning Conference, winning Limestone. So I think overall, it's one player believes and everybody stays united together.
What is it like to have such a strong defense in front of you, especially when you have going up against some stronger opponents in the conference, especially going into the Elite Eight?
It's beautiful, right? I think very little times we have mistakes, and that's especially when we come try to build out the back, when we try to force a little bit too much. But it's just, I think we all trust each other very, very a lot. And then it's like goalkeepers and defenders, you got to be like this. Like brothers on the field, off the field, and especially I live with OT and Mohammed. So that helps us, you know, combine a little bit better on the field. And then coming from Georgia Southwestern with Mohammed, we already had that trust. So then bringing the new guys in is just set the standard higher, because they want to keep goals out, they want to defend as sharp as we could be, and I want to make the saves I have to make.
You made some incredible saves this season as well. What is your mentality when you are in between the posts and you see a shot like that coming right at you?
I mean, it's my job, so can't complain about getting shots on me. I train every day with our goalkeeper coach, so there's things we see consecutively. And then when it happens in the game, it's just like, my focus is already preparing for the worst moment and all that. So I'm always one step ahead, and then if it's easy, collect. But if it's up to me to make the save, boom, I'm there for it.
Pete has talked highly about this coaching staff in particular. How has the goalkeeper coach helped you grow as a goalkeeper?
So coming from a previous D2 school, we had a good goalkeeper coach, but I think the level that he came from couldn't really set the standard to where we needed to be. And I think with Ludwig, he puts us to the highs of where you could be. Basically, I think it's almost as close as you can get to professional goalkeeper coach. And coming from Inter Miami, when I spent some time with the second team and the first team, it's pretty similar training, like distribution, handling, everything we do on and off the ball. So it's been good. It's been good.
How did that experience help you coming into the D2 level, and what pushed you to then want to play collegiately from being with Inter Miami?
So 2019, I joined the club first, and then COVID happened, so they released my age group, the U19. They got rid of it, and then that's where I was kind of in the mix of quitting soccer or trying to find where should I be, and then that's where I led to going back to when it was Fort Lauderdale CF. They brought me back in just for training, and then I was very close with the goalkeeper coach. And he suggested that I keep playing college, and he didn't care where it was, JUCO, D2, Division I. He just wanted me to get games, and overall, getting the games, I think I played a million games so far, especially, and seeing same scenarios, same plays, on the ball, off the ball, communicating, it just made me grow as a player, and especially as a leader, because as a goalkeeper, you need to be on your toes, you need to be vocal, very loud, organizing. So that helped me a lot, because I was lost. I was like, I wanted to play pro at a young age. And then I realized there was a lot that I needed to my game, and this playing college just helped a lot, playing against older guys, younger guys.
Is there an aspect of your game that you feel like has improved the most this season?
I think crosses for the most part, just being confident coming out for the balls or coming out for low balls, defending my area in general. I think last year I kind of conceded some goals where I should have been more confident, but this year, being the older guy now, being a leader, being named assistant captain, has made me have that leadership and confidence to be the best player I can be and help the team out.
When you think back to the season and the run that you guys have been on, is there a moment, is there something that you think has brought this group together more than anything else?
I think it was very early on in the season, especially the Tampa loss. It was our first trip we traveled together, and it was still a new squad. We're still learning together, and I think a lot of us were still stuck in the past, where like we had Gio Rios, which was probably one of the best players in Clayton, and his leadership was probably the best I've ever seen. He had a personality that was super strong, but this year it was more like, where are we? What are we? What's our personality? What's our style? And those games were like on and off, that we were trying to find what we wanted to play. And Tampa just helped us settle down, because then we went to AUM. AUM was a strong opponent, not very good soccer, but very good body, physical game. And then from there, we saw that we could compete with good teams. And I think that just built on to what we needed to grow on. And then we found our style. We found that everybody could play with one another. And I think the things we did off the field together, just fooling around, being together, helped us be as one. And when we're together, no one could really beat us.
Is that the most important thing to get
I think
the job
so.
done?
I believe that. Last year, we were one unit. We were one family. No, I was at my previous D2 school. It was a bunch of little groups, small groups, foreigns, the internationals, all that. So that kind of separated the team. Here, we're all as one. So that helps a lot on the field, and you could tell.
Let's start with how this season has gone in your mind with the program. Slow start, great middle, disappointment in the conference tournament, but then this run. How has the group handled the ups and downs of the year?
So basically, we've had a good preseason. We played against some D1s, Georgia State. We've had some good results. And then when we went to the conference, we had some results too. But there is one game, we went on a road to Flagler. We've lost, and that was the momentum. But we picked it up after North Georgia's game. We've had a good game, and after that, we felt that that's the right time to pick it up, and that's time to pick up the rhythm. So we just picked up the rhythm, and yeah, we had some good results.
This has been one of the best defenses in school history, and you guys have all kind of come together on the fly this year. How has the bond been with you and your defenders and your goalkeepers?
So basically, as a defender, no matter what the record, when you concede, you're not happy with that. Even though if you score 5 goals, you concede 1 goal, you're not even happy with that. I don't think we've had the greatest record, that we can do better. Like the individuals we have, the quality we have, we can do way better than that. We've been conceding every game. There is a couple of games that we had some clean sheet, but we have conceded a lot of goals that we're not happy with. But we're happy that that's a good record for the school, and we're looking forward to pick up this record in the Sweet 8 and why not in the Final 4.
In the NCAA tournament, you guys have conceded first in both games, but come back. What's the spirit within this group in those moments? It seems like a never say die kind of attitude.
So throughout the season, there's some games that we played really bad, but we still managed to win the game. And through this, we've had this belief that we can win every game, especially if we don't play good. So in our mind, we concede, we already don't know we're gonna score. So in our mind that, yeah, we conceded, we forget about it, and then we look up for the next goal, and then we score again, and then we look up for another goal. So that's a good mentality that this team had this year.
When you look at this game coming up with Lynn, one of the top teams in the country, what do you think is the most important thing to get a result for you?
So basically, we are here for this kind of games. So we're here to play big games. We played pretty good big games this season, especially Limestone. Last game was a really good game. You measure your level against these kind of teams, especially when you play these two teams that are undefeated. They won their conferences. You measure your level and you know where you are. So I am personally looking forward for this game, to play this game, especially against this big team, to know where my level personally are and where the level of this team are. And I'm pretty confident we can do it, we can beat them. And as I said, in the preseason, we set up a goal. We don't want to play the national tournament. We just want to win it. We want to go as far as it takes.
Let's start with this tournament run. You know, I've asked everybody, you guys have conceded first in each game, but it hasn't really affected you. You've come back and won both. What does that mean about the spirit and the attitude of this team?
I mean, I think at this point of the season in the tournament, it's not that how you play the game, it's how you mentally prepare to that game. So I think we've done a good work during the whole season with some games where we're not supposed to win, and at the end of the game we finish winning. So that prepares us for this kind of moments and these tough games against top 1 or top 2 in the region.
What for you is the most important thing that went into being the Peach Belt Conference Offensive Player of the Year? What made that for you this season?
I'm happy for the award, but at the end of the day, without the team, I cannot win that award. So it's a team award. It's have my name, but at the end of the day, it's the 24, 20, 25, 30 players that we are on the squad that made that possible. So I'm thankful for that.
That's cool. One of the things that I've enjoyed about calling your games this year has been the combinations with you and Alexis, and seeing you two, who are both incredibly talented players, find that bond on the field. How is it playing with somebody that is that technical that you can play off of?
Amazing. I mean, you know that you can play the ball to that player and he's not gonna lose it, and better than that, he's gonna give you back the ball. So it's something that I never experienced, and it's something amazing. I hope to play with him again after this year. We'll see. But
the other thing I love about this team is you've got players from everywhere, all over the world, that have come together. How hard can it be to have guys from different cultures, different countries that come together to form a team?
It's hard, but at the end of the day, if you wanna reach something, that the thing that we wanna reach, win a national team, a national championship, you need to have that bone. Like, even if I'm from Spain, there are guys from Morocco, guys from here, everywhere. The thing is that we create a family with everyone, and that's for me the secret of the successful of this team.
It's been a season of highs and lows for you guys. That loss to Flagler, then you guys don't win the conference, but then you guys make it to the Elite Eight. The highs and the lows. How have those obstacles helped you guys get mentally stronger as you head into Lynn on Saturday?
A lot. I mean, when you face a loss, you need to come back stronger than you were. So the first loss in Tampa, or the loss in Flagler, made us say, okay, we have a problem, we need to fix it and pick it up. And since that point, we roll and roll until the tournament. We lost the final. We lost for details. We've been up for 80 minutes. we should win that game. But at the end of the day, soccer, you lost. You need to come back stronger and try your best in the next one.
Let's just start with how this playoff run has gone. I was here for the conference final. I know the disappointment that you guys felt that day at the end of it. How has that spurred you to what you're doing right now?
Well, I know it was a big loss in the tournament, because we wanted to win. But at the same time, it did go in our side as well, because we would have played against West Florida, Lynn, Coker, those are, I believe, more tough opponents.
Yeah.
But so it went our way. So now, so we went, we didn't think much about it, about the tournament. We like Flagler, go ahead, take it, who cares, And now look at us, we're farther than Flagler. But game by game, Converse was a very tough game. Their field wasn't even, I don't know, it was turf, but it's a different turf. I never played it in that type of turf. But, we managed the last second, we fought through it. It was a really tough game, to be honest, with the fans. An away game is always tough, always tough. So, we went there, did our job, moved on, and then Limestone, #1 in the region, that was at the beginning of the game. I was shocked. I was like, man, this team is really good. They were possessing the ball and things like that. But at the end of the day, a team can't really keep the ball for 90 minutes, So we picked our moments when to tear them down. They scored 1 goal. We're like, you know what? We went through against Converse. We were losing 1-0. We came back 1-1. So, at halftime, we were losing 1-0. And we were like, you know what? We can do this. We just need to believe and trust in each other, and we did. We fought through. Like I said, they have 2 legs, we have 2 legs, and the only thing we can do is run twice as harder. And that's the only way we can beat them. So we came in. We honestly, we just tackled. Every tackle made them, afraid of us pretty much. And after that, they were scared of us. So we capitalized in the overtime. Played through ball to Alex. Alex did his thing, score, and I don't know, man. It's like everything went our way, and we were just blessed to be able to be in the Elite Eight and play against #1 team in the country, I believe. And then, they're undefeated, but honestly, when you play against them, when we're playing against them, we're not going to think about their record or anything like that. At the same time, we're good as well. They're good as well. So just know they're going to be ready. I'm sure they're going to be ready, because they saw we took down #1, we took down Converse, and they don't want to get taken down, but we're going to make sure we take them down as well, so we can go to the Final Four and honestly win a natty now. And it just believe. It started from Converse, Limestone, and now that we're tasting it, now we want the national. We want national champs, so just got to believe and trust.
What does it mean about this team that in both of these tournament games you guys have had to come back to advance?
Well, honestly, this team can fight through adversity, and honestly, this team, we all trust each other. We all motivate each other. We're so close to each other that man, it's like when one person tells us, "Hey, come on," everyone takes that, and we all get up. And when one dude gets tackled, we all go. We're a family, and that's the most important thing. Is like be it as a family and being strong here mentally. Because those games, yes, you can be so talented and everything like that, but if you're talented but you don't have the aggressiveness, the courage, the passion, the belief and trust to win the game, you're not gonna win it. You've seen teams, you've seen Lyon United beat Inter Miami with all the talent. You got Messi and stuff. Like, come on, like it can happen, and that's us. We're underdogs, and we're going to take it. We're gonna take it all.
What does it mean to you personally, having played so many games here at Clayton State, to have this run be in your last year?
Honestly, it's a blessing, to be honest. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, last year's team was individually very good. This year's team, we have a lot of individual good players as well. But this year's team is, man, it's something about them, man. They're dogs, man. They fight to the end. They don't give up. And for it to be my last year, it's a blessing, to go to Elite Eight, and even more blessing if we win a national championship in my last year. And I would love that. I would love it.
Last one for me. Taking a step further, what does it mean for you to graduate the day before this match?
Oh, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. It's like I told my coaches, my parents, that yes, I love that I'm graduating, but I have a lot of things going on before the game, after the game, but my main focus is in the game. So I have a ceremony the day before, get my diploma. After that, go to the plane, fly, and focus on land. I'm gonna be focused on land 24, 48 hours, because I want to go to like I said, I want to go to the Final Four and win it.
Excellent.
Well, speaking of Lynn, you guys were supposed to play them earlier this season.
Yeah.
Obviously, the hurricane stopped that. Now you're seeing them again here in the Elite Eight. Compared to going into thinking going into that game back earlier in September, now you're facing them again. Is there anything different that you look at when you're going into it, and what has changed from that game in September to then now?
Honestly, it went our way. Like I said, like a lot of things were going our way, and we're blessed for that. Like the hurricane came and canceled the game. Lynn was on the point. They were on the field. We were like, you know what? Hope they don't, tear us apart, because we were going through it as well. Like our momentum wasn't that great, and we're playing against number one, and they're undefeated, and then they tear us apart. They're gonna break us even more apart. So having the hurricane was a blessing. It canceled the game, and our team wasn't as strong as we are now. So I'm glad that we're playing Lynn now and not before, because our team right now is unstoppable. Like honestly, I feel bad for every other team that's gonna play against us from now on, because it's gonna be a game. It's gonna be a game until the last second. Just know that.